having a great new year, and we're looking forward to some exciting times here in the city. So thank you for joining us. It's always so great to see our citizens come out that care so much and love their town. I've got several things that I want to talk about tonight, but right off the bat, I would like all of our Public Works employees to take a stand, please. Rodney, you're here. Jimmy Black, I can't see you, but I think you're probably here. Mr. Jack, you're retired, but you're part of this team. I'd like you to stand. Is there any other Public Works employees with us tonight? Guys, you know, sometimes I'm always so proud of all of our employees, but there are times where people just rise to the second level. You may have seen on the news last week where some of our neighboring towns, when it got 1 degree 0, they just decided that they didn't want to go to work. And they didn't. I just want you to know it's just as cold in Millington as it is everywhere else. And our Public Works employees showed up early, got their trucks warmed up, ready to go, had the heart to clear the streets, keep the water running, keep the sewage flowing where it's supposed to go, keep the traffic picked up, your streets look good. And all these men, I think, deserve a great round of applause. No complaints, that's just where the heart is, and they've got the passion for the town. Appreciation. Second thing is Becky Green here. I can't see her. Becky, how you doing?
I'm good, sorry.
Just keep standing there a second, because I'm going to ask you to come up for just a minute or two. Guys, you remember that our Shelby County and our Millington police forces had a police saturation in the city about a month ago with great results, with arrests, drug confiscations. Just couldn't be happier, and there's more to come. One of the targets was our housing, and one of those targets was Millington Oaks. After that saturation, we had a large meeting here at City Hall with all the management, the owners of Millington Oaks, and a plan was developed in place, step by step, that they had to do to improve. One of the requirements out of that was a change in management. Becky Green is now the manager of Millington Oaks. And Becky, I'd like you to come up and just introduce yourself and talk just a minute or two about what you're doing over there. I met with Becky today, and I am so pleased with what has been going on over the last few weeks. Go ahead, Becky.
Good evening. My name is Becky Green. I've been brought back to Millington Oaks, and say brought back because I am prior management from a few years ago. I am glad to be back, saddened that the community's in the shape it's in. I would first like to thank the Millington Mayor and Alderman for having me here tonight. I understand there's been some illegal activity around our community, and it's mine and my staff's responsibility to ensure this type of activity ceases. We will work hard each day to eliminate that from continuing. We have already identified a few lease violators, and one has already been evicted. 2 is in the process. We ensure that the application process is going to be thoroughly checked. We're going to put our community back the way it's supposed to be. Back the way it was when I was property manager. The exterior of our community, we've added some more staff as far as maintenance and groundsmen, so we are going to continue to improve our community outlook. I assure you that I am walking each and every vacant, as I did on my second day back, 36 of them, and they're all secured, and they will be walked weekly to make sure they stay secure. I am tickled to be back in Millington, and I'm looking forward to bringing Millington Oaks back the way it was. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky. Let's give her a hand. Next on the agenda, I just want to talk a little bit about our continuous efforts on INTAS and what they have been doing for us. Again, the fire part of INTAS is complete. Next up is the police. They've already completed 2 days of detail. Now they're coming back on the 15th and the 16th to continue the review of our police department. I'm hopeful that by the end of this month or the 1st of February, we will be coming back with a work session with a report on our police department. Rex Barton is the INTAS representative, and he's already been meeting with some of our officers and chief, the inspectors, and that will continue this week. Also, Katie Armitage, who has just been hired as our Park and Rec leader, will be meeting with MTAS's affiliate, Park Task, very soon to come and review all of our parks and our recreations. And I should be getting a call this week from MTAS Public Works individual who's just getting over the flu, and I'm hoping we can start Public Works in the next week or two. So that is ongoing, and it is producing good results. Remember that we have a work session coming up on the 27th, which is our financial review, and also on February 4th, where we will be discussing our charter. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to John Trusty to go over our financial report.
Each of the aldermen, you should have a copy of this. In addition, it is posted on our internet, so on our website, so the citizens have full access to the same information. The December financials are attached. Again, let me remind everybody that compensation has a 2-week delay from the time you work until you get paid. For the month of December, we had 2 pay periods. Year to date, we have had 12 pay periods. There are still 14 pay periods remaining in this fiscal year. So we're a little less than half of our total expenditure is related to payroll. Numerous revenues received through the end of August count as revenues of the prior year, except in the water, sewer, and sanitation funds. As a result, year-to-date results may include only 4 months instead of 6 months worth of revenues. Overall results are as budgeted and expected. Unexpected expenditures for the general fund are being funded by savings through vacancies and other cost controls. As Mr. Chesney just mentioned, we do have a work session on Monday, January 27th at 5 p.m. for our second quarter budget review. We will go in much more detail of the financials at that time. And between now and that time, I will be reviewing the financials in much more depth, and any adjustments I find I will make in the financials that are presented to you in that work session.